the coroner inquest has revealed that the 21-story building on Gerrard Road, Ikoyi, Lagos State collapsed due to negligence by regulatory agencies responsible for the approval and supervision of the building project. This was made known on Tuesday by the coroner chief magistrate O.A. Komolafe at a sit-in in Lagos. Komolafe pointed out that the building's density and setback on the site showed gross violation of the Lagos State building regulations. Also in his submission, the coroner said that the project board, which should have boldly shown the sensitive and important information, including the names and addresses of the professionals who carried out the project, was deliberately not provided. And now to speak more on the development, Ufeli, public affairs analyst and legal practitioner, joins me now on the news. Thank you very much for joining me, Evans. Now, I must ask you, what do you make of the coroner's ruling on the collapse of the 21-story building on Gerrard Road?
The coroner inquest report is out, and from the reports, having taken proper and critical investigation as to what transpired in the course of the collapse, or the causes of the collapse of the building, was that the persons responsible for the regulation of buildings and control in Lagos State compromised their professional duties, because according to the inquest, those contractors who put up the structure, their details were not even captured by the regulatory authorities. The coroner inquest came out with a report that there was a design error, and what it means is that that building ought not to have been built in the first place, given that there was a design error, structural error on paper. If that plan had been submitted, if it had been properly scrutinized by the professional regulatory authorities, they would not have allowed them to even start the building from the foundation, because there was a design error, and that the professionals, the regulatory authorities, compromise their duties by allowing it to go, allowing it to pass, and then the result of it was that the building caved in and killed a lot of persons. So the penalty for the said offense, as prescribed by the criminal laws of Lagos State, will apply. The persons involved who gave approval for the structure and who allowed for that structure to be erected will face criminal trial. And if they are found guilty, of course, the coroner inquest will be an evidence too. And if they are found guilty of the offense, then they are going to go in for the prescribed term of imprisonment or punishment as laid down by the criminal laws of Lagos State. And this is to call on all regulatory authorities in this country, whether the federal government regulatory authorities or the state government regulatory authorities, they must keep up, they must carry out their professional responsibility in a way that they are not found compromising their duties, because when they do that, it affects society adversely. This building collapse was avoidable only if the persons responsible for regulating this had done their jobs. So that is why it is important that we put so much premium and call and caution on all regulatory authorities, from NAFDAC to the rest of them, the ones responsible for building and all that, because the hazards of compromising their duties, that society is thrown into turmoil, and that affects us adversely.
Oh. All right, now I'm afraid that's how much we can take on the news. Ufeli, public affairs analyst and legal practitioner, thank you very much for your time and your contributions.